Hey everyone, I know our channel is called Parental Gaming, but Chris and I were discussing doing a video series on things that we are discovering as we go with our son Jacob, who is resting peacefully, that are just essential for having a peaceful baby, therefore peaceful household. So I'm Liz, and behind the camera is Chris. And Jacob's helping me with my presentation tonight. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this Fisher-Price bathtub. We actually bought this at a thrift store. It comes with attachments if you buy it in a store new. I don't know that we got the attachments with it per se. The reason I like it though is newborn and infant with this insert, it has this nice padded rim here, which keeps Jacob from bumping his head when he's kind of trying to lift his head up during bath time, which he does a lot. He's working on lifting up his head. And it also has inside the toddler insert. This toddler insert does come out, which is nice, because the drain for this tub is straight down. So you can't get to it with the toddler insert in there. But this does fit in a double sink. And so we just have the toddler insert out, typically when we're using this bathtub. If you were to buy this in stores, you would pay $32.99. I paid thrift store prices on it. My husband removed the price tag. It was like $14.99.
And this is from Target? Was it $32.99?
All of my prices that I'm going to be saying are going to be from Target unless I say otherwise.
Okay.
So, that is our Fisher-Price bathtub. And it has the hook to hang it if you have a place to hang it in your home. I don't. But it's okay because it just stays in Jacob's nursery right now because he's not sleeping in there right now anyway. Let's set that out of the way because we have a small house. The next thing on my list is most of the items on this list are going to be big items. And the next thing on my list is the Safety First Quick Read Thermometer.
So you said they're all going to be big items. That's kind of small.
Well, there's a reason this small item is on this list. It ties in with the idea of bath time. And the reason I say that is I'm one of those people that when someone says make the water warm, my warm will actually burn Chris. It is that hot. And so I didn't trust myself to have warm water and all those things. Say you don't need a fancy thermometer. You have a thermometer. It's your elbow. It's your wrist. Whatever. Not for me. I have actually done the whole elbow test thing, and this thing is reading that the water is 130 degrees when I do that elbow test thing for my warm. Babies, the water temperature has to be within, I think it's like within 5 degrees of 100 degrees.
Like 95 to 100?
It's 95 to 105 is safe. With this, I can actually tell it, check water temperature, and I can get that water temperature spot on to 100 degrees. Or on really hot days, I can lower it down to 97, 98 for Jacob, and it just makes him have a more pleasant bath. This runs at $29.99 at Target. It is probably the best $30 I've ever spent. Next thing I'm going to talk about is our diaper bag. Yes, everyone needs a diaper bag. The reason I'm putting this diaper bag in the video is, if you notice, it is a backpack diaper bag.
And you can also strap it on the stroller.
I like this one because it does have the extra straps to strap it directly on the stroller. So when Jacob's a little bit bigger, I won't actually have to physically carry it, which is nice. I like that. One thing to look for with a backpack diaper bag, though, because we had another one, and the other one was about half the size of this one, I think, or it could be that when you would open it, it would only open about this far. So it's not that far. This one, however, can open way up. So you can actually get in there and see what you're digging for. And so I love that feature on this backpack. And it actually doesn't look like a diaper bag. I like that it doesn't look like a diaper bag. I like that it looks like just a backpack. Of course, I'm a backpack kind of person, so that could be part of it. So I'm going to set this over. Kind of tying to the idea of a diaper bag and portability and moving around is a portable changing pad. You can go on Amazon and you can get one of these for $40, $50. You can go to Target, you can get one of these for $40, $50. I found this one at Walmart for $10. And as you can see, it has one neat little feature here. These are little garbage bags. You can refill it with diaper bag garbage bags. They're kind of expensive, though. I think they're like $10 for 6 rolls. Or you can go to the pet department at Walmart and get 8 rolls with twice as many bags on each roll for $2. So keep that in mind. And it Velcro shut. It's got a nice big piece of Velcro, which when you've got a baby in one hand and you're trying to close this up with the other hand, it's nice to have that big roll. The one downfall with this is when you're opening it up, the pouches do face down, so things can fall out. So what I typically do is I lay it on the changing pad wherever I'm at to open it up. And it's got this neat feature where it opens up so that when baby is flailing arms and legs around, he's hitting these instead of the nasty, filthy changing room areas that the whole point of this is to avoid him touching. And so I think I paid like $10 for this at Walmart. It was totally worth it. It was in the same aisle as the diaper bags. And then the next item I'm going to talk about is we actually have 2 of this part. We love it. What I do is I actually wash the baby bottles in the dishwasher, and then I dry them on this. So that, because my dishwasher doesn't do a great job drying things. So this is the attachment for putting the nipples on. And this, the grass actually holds the bottles in place. So it's kind of nice. It's like hard plastic. And this actually lifts out so you can empty the water tray. And this, if you get this combo at Target, this retails at $24.99. I want to say that this alone, just the grass, is $20. I did read an article that they come in larger sizes than this. At my local stores, I couldn't find them larger. So I actually have 2 kind of offset in my kitchen. So I've got one here, and then the other one is kind of the front edges where my hand is. Because my kitchen's really, really teeny tiny small. So it works for me. If you can find the bigger ones, though, it's worth it to get a bigger one, and I will explain why in a later video. And the next thing I want to talk about, hospitals nowadays talk about rooming in with your child, and we had initially thought we weren't going to room in with Jacob. We thought, his crib is only 10 or 15 feet away from our bed. It's not that far. We can totally hear everything that's going on in the nursery, and we can. The issue that we were having, however, was we have an old house. Our house was built in 1956-57. We don't have central air. So the only rooms that are actually livable during summer months in North Dakota are in the rooms where we've got air conditioners, which are in our living room and the master bedroom.
People think it's cold here year-round.
North Dakota is one of the 2 places in the world that you can go that we go from having the coldest temperatures in the world to the hottest temperatures in the world. And we can have that flip-flop in a matter of days. We had one year that it was like, I want to say it was like 13 degrees, and then the next day it was 86 degrees. It was insane.
And what temperature is it right now?
Outside, it's 94 degrees. So our house is an oven. That's Fahrenheit. So Jacob's nursery, though it is 20 feet away from an air conditioner that is blowing straight into it, gets up to 84 degrees on a daily basis. And at night, it drops down to maybe 82 degrees. It's too hot for an infant. An infant has to be sleeping at a temperature, according to the research we're reading, between 72 and 75, 76 degrees Fahrenheit. So 82 degrees is not an option. So what we did is we went to Target and we said, okay, we have a small house. We need a bassinet with the smallest footprint we can find. And our budget's kind of shot. We don't have a whole lot of money. Well, unfolded, this doesn't have all that small of a footprint. I'm going to unfold it and show you. But, as you can see, it holds up pretty small. It's not that heavy. I can lift it with 2 fingers. I can knock the microphone over by lifting the bassinet up. And so, and I'm it's only taking this long because I'm in my living room and things are tight. It's set up for baby to sleep in. It has mesh sides so that you can see it, or you can see into it. Jacob actually likes playing with these. It's really funny because he'll
Probably
reach
cut
up and
these
grab
off.
these. I'm leaving them for now. But Jacob likes to play with them. And then in our bedroom, I actually have it so that end is facing the bed because this is at a slight incline. And we're going to talk about the reason for the incline with our son in just a few minutes. One thing that I want to say is every baby is different. So please don't take the things that I'm saying as gospel. I mean, this is our first child. We're literally learning as we go. We just happen to have a child that has reflux. Really, really bad. And medicine doesn't help. It makes it worse for him. So we have to do different things, such as having him sleep on a slight incline. I'm going to fold this up because, as you can see, my living room is teeny tiny. You can see how easy that folded up. Okay. The next thing I'm going to talk about, Chris is going to post a picture of this because it is currently mounted on the wall in my bedroom. Part of the having Jacob room in with us part. We needed a way to organize diapers on our dresser or in our bedroom so that when it came to diaper changing and nighttime feedings, we had to move Jacob as little as possible because we're trying to get him to sleep through the night, and he's almost there. He's actually sleeping for 4-hour stretches at a time at night, which is amazing. But part of that is when he wakes up with a wet diaper, we lift him up out of the bassinet onto our changing area, change his diaper, sit down on our bed with him, which is about 1.5 feet away from our dresser. Our bedroom is tiny. Feed him, and then he goes right back in the bassinet. And by doing that, we're up for 30 minutes with him at a time at night, and he goes right back to sleep. So Chris will post a picture of that nursery organizer. That I did have to purchase at Walmart for $14.99. I tried finding one at Target. I couldn't find one. Speaking of Target, the bassinet that I mentioned to you, $53.99 at Target. Super cheap. So worth it. And that is the Ingenuity Foldaway Rocking Bassinet, if anyone's interested. And we'll post a list of the items that we're talking about, as well as the prices that we paid for them, in the comment section below. It'll be like the top comment for a while. I'm not sure how comments on YouTube work, but we'll figure it out.
We'll put it in the description.
We'll figure it out. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, and this is a point of contention between me and Chris. Chris says it's just an expensive changing pad. I say it is a lifesaver. I love it because this thing is so easy to clean up. And it also has the, it doubles as a scale. So for a while we were a little bit worried about Jacob with his consumption and his eating because he was having issues with digestion. And again, I'll kind of talk about that a little bit in the next video that we're going to be doing. But needless to say, we needed to be weighing him on an almost daily basis for a while. And so this, to me, was a lifesaver. And that is the Hatch Baby Grow changing pad and scale. It is made of a nice kind of rubberized foam. So when he has spit up or when we have a blowout on his diaper, whatever it might be, it's so easy for me to clean this. It's literally a Clorox wipe and it's clean. The cheaper changing pads that we were looking at getting for kind of our site B, if you will, ran like $14 to $16, but they were made of fabric that his spit up would have soaked into, his blowouts would have soaked into, God forbid when he pees and I don't get the diaper on him fast enough, that would have soaked into. With this, it's super easy. I do keep, because of his reflux, I do keep typically a burp cloth on here, and I can kind of show you how that looks.
And those are just reusable diapers, fabric diapers.
And we're going to get into that in a later video too. So when I'm changing Jacob, his head is right here. So when he spits up when I'm changing his diaper, which is every single time because of his reflux, it doesn't matter how soon after eating this is. This is going to be 3 hours after his last bottle, and he's going to throw up. Every single time he's on the changing table, he spits up. So this is a permanent fixture so that instead of the spit up going on Jacob's back or on the outfit he's wearing, because this doesn't soak anything up, it goes in the diaper, or in the burp cloth. And I know what I'm trying to say. That's the only downfall to this is when he spits up, it goes on him instead of in this, but it's easy to clean. This does cost $129.99. It's a hefty price tag. The one thing that is a point of contention, and this is the point of contention between Chris and I on this, is we can't sync our phones up to it, because as soon as you take whatever device is sunk to it 30 feet or further away from it, it comes unsunk, and it takes, what did we figure, about a half an hour to resync it to the device? It takes a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't. The device will just keep searching and searching and won't find it.
So we had a tablet that I was keeping in my kitchen for looking up recipes on the internet, and that was all I was going to use it for, and I hadn't started using it for that yet. That now lives in the bedroom by this, because it is permanently sunk to the scale.
And now since we took the scale out of the bedroom, we'll have to resync again.
Yes, but it was worth it, so that we can share about this.
And the scale does run off of, what, 1 or 2 AA batteries?
2, I think.
And
I'm not going to open up the battery compartment.
See a little nubbin right there that...
This is for the safety strap.
Yep.
Safety straps fall off kind of easily. I wouldn't even bother installing them until your baby's really wiggly, which mine is. But, yeah, and then just make sure that these feet, or that the scale in general, is sitting on a hard, level surface. You can't have it sitting on any kind of fabric.
And away from the wall.
It has to be away from the wall. Like, literally the only thing that should be touching it is the straps. But yeah, it's $129.99. It is kind of expensive. It's really expensive. You can buy this at Best Buy, Target, Walmart, Amazon. All those places it's going to cost the exact same amount. I recommend, if you have Reward Zone, Best Buy, because you get the points. That's where we bought it. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this video is actually right over here. This actually is the reason that we're doing this video is, when I'm doing those nighttime feedings, I, see moms talk about the items they wish that they'd never bought. And rockers, gliders, swings always make the list of things that they wish that they'd never spent their money on. They say it's a waste of money. They say that their baby uses it once or twice and then they grow out of it. Because of Jacob's reflux, he really actually needs the vibration function that this has. It helps settle his stomach and it reduces his spit up. The rocking also helps with the reflux. We've noticed that one or the other does good, both together do amazing, and he has like very minimal spit up when we're using this swing. At Walmart, this swing was $125. It's the Graco Dream Glider.
Actually, I think it was $175. It was just on clearance for $125.
Nope, it was $125. It was priced wrong. At Target, it's $189.
Wow.
I have not looked on Amazon because I got it for $125. I was happy with that. I'm going to guess I probably could have gotten it for less on Amazon, but I wasn't willing to wait. Part of the reason I wasn't willing to wait was, at the time, we had a rocker in the living room that had the vibrate function. We had a swing in the living room that had this rocking function that you see is going on here. And we had a bassinet in the living room, and I know you're probably thinking, but this isn't a bassinet. Here's the great thing with this. I'm going to do this and hopefully not wake him up. And it's a bassinet. It is a 3-in-1. And so I got rid of 3 pieces of furniture in my living room and put 1 smaller piece of furniture in there. And I'm not going to sit him back up right now because he's still asleep. He's just in active sleep.
Plus this, it's one of the rare rockers that you can actually plug into the wall.
Yes. Although the vibrate function requires
he's
batteries.
Awake now. He's
waking
stretching.
Good morning.
But the vibration function does require, 2 D-cell batteries or something like that?
I don't know. You're the one that crawled underneath and put them in.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, you're awake, so I'm sitting you back up. You ready?
And you also do have, this also plays music.
Here's Knock Knock.
What else? Plays music, just does nature
sounds.
Yeah, nature sounds, and you can set it to a timer. The one thing I do wish is it has a mobile here, but it's not mobile. It's just, there's just a piece of string there that's holding it, and it can't rotate at all unless you spin it.
Mom? Why? So I think that video because we're about to have a fussy baby. So, thanks for watching.
All right.
Stay tuned. We're going to be posting at least one more video in this series.
There he goes. All right. Jacob says it's time to go.
Hang on. So, stay tuned. We're going to be posting a few more videos in our series. Our next video is going to be small items that we recommend.
Like Jacob.
Like Jacob.
And his Nook Nook.
We're going to be doing a video on traveling. Just items that we really recommend for traveling. And kind of what we find out works. So we'll find out in a few days. Because we're going to Grandma and Grandpa's for the weekend. And then we'll go from there. We'll see what other videos end up coming up for babies.
Bye. Jacob, wave bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.